Recording in progress.
Well, very good morning. Very good morning. This is Francisco Mateo. I am going to be presenting this final oral exam, which is about these topics here. This occasion, I'm going to be speaking about, here's my assignment here. Yeah, here. Yes. This is our final oral exam in which I'm going to be talking about the idea of some people, according to the instructions, some people feel or think that in cities with extensive public transportation systems, passenger cars should be banned in order to force people to walk, bike, or use public transportation. The question is whether I agree or not. The question is what I think of this initiative. Well, as we all know, public transportation is a fundamental aspect for the economy, since we don't only transport people, but also goods. And through transportation, we provide answers to need regarding producing different types of services. Transportation is a key factor, a key element of the development of the economy in every country, since it consists mostly on giving the very important help to the chain of distribution to many products, which besides products, it implies people on the way, people on the road. Now, before speaking about my idea, whether I think people should be banned, we have to consider, of course, systems. How well structured the public transportation it is in a specific area, because we cannot talk or generalize this matter without taking in consideration geographical areas, economical system in a certain area. Other factors to consider are how well the transportation system works, how much time people have to wait from a unit to a unit to be taken, how long the routes are, and so on. There are so many factors to consider when speaking about whether it is a good idea to ban passengers' car. The intention of this initiative, I think, would be, the problem that many people or the many cars in the cities on the street, the problems that it causes. Of course, it causes problems. Now, are all the cities the same? No, many cities are different from one to another. Some cities have very good transportation system. Some countries have no transportation system at all. So I think that in countries or places where the public transportation system works, yes, it would be a very good idea to somehow force or implement programs in which people are motivated, are encouraged to walk or bike or use the public transportation. Now, departing from the person itself, I think that as an individual, a productive person having to commute to work, of course, he or she would consider whether it is more convenient economically and healthically talking to walk, bike, or take public transportation. Because if public transportation is an answer to the economy of that person, of course, if it's cheaper than using his or her own car, for sure, he or she is going to use the public or bike or walk. Now, another issue is how many people, how many people are willing to walk or bike or use public transportation when probably the conditions, the service provided by the public transportation system is not accountable. It's not accountable. So I think it all depends on how well the system works. Now, why do I think people should not be banned to use their own cars? Because we have to see it from a political view. I mean, is it legal to ban people to use their own cars? I mean, is there any I don't know, any legal way to force people to use public transportation? Because one thing is force people to use public transportation, bike or walk, or, hey, we are individuals, we are free, we have rights, we can decide whether we have the power to decide whether to use public or bike or public transportation or my own car. It is an opinion that we should consider. We should consider, since we all have rights. Imagine people that have invested a lot of money to buy a car, and then all of a sudden, you cannot use your car. I mean, there are so many legal aspects, legal issues first to work before, talking about banning people from using their cars. This is my opinion, and I think using biking or walking to go to work or public transportation should be considered individually, because walking or biking or using public transportation can be very good for some, but not for me. So, and that can be, of course, the case. I live in a city. I live in Higüey, in Salvador Higüey, and we have the beaches in Bávaro. We have so many hotels. Here, the public transportation itself is a problem. Traffic is a problem. Nevertheless, I mean, do you think it's going to be profitable for anyone having to drive his or her car to Bávaro or a bike? No, it's not. So here, then, well, of course, this is private transportation. No, but we cannot talk about walking there. We cannot talk about biking there. Some people have jobs in which they probably, of course, many don't have the transportation, so they are forced to use their cars. And it infers, as many people using their cars to go to work, of course, will infer very much in the public transportation, in the traffic itself, the traffic problem itself. So we have to see it from a very, from different angles. We cannot just see the black and white. We have to see all the colors, think out of the box in order to understand this issue. Well, this is my presentation. This is my opinion about this topic. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.